Hey Global family, it's your girl Global Curls here with the first day of college edition. I already told you last week that I will be giving you Monday through Friday brand new videos surrounding college life, all different types of areas. And today, honey, we are talking about all of that money, how to get your scholarships, loans, financial aid, grants, fellowships, everything and in between else ready before you enter those college doors. So when you walk in, you are walking with the air of confidence. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, just to give you guys a little bit of background about me so you know where I'm coming from when I talk about financial aid, scholarships, tips and tricks, all of that. I received my BA in International Studies from the illustrious Spelman College, part of the class of 2017. I'm very excited about that, very proud of that. And when I came into Spelman College, I had several different outside scholarships that I received throughout my 4 years of my high school career. And then I also received a huge scholarship when I went to Spelman College right before, and it was part of a community service program called the Bonner Scholars Program. And then towards the end, my junior, senior year, I did take out a few loans for my undergraduate degree. Now, that's my undergraduate degree. Moving on to my graduate degree, I'm in the process of obtaining my master's in international peace studies at Trinity College. For those of you that don't know, I attended Trinity College all the way over in Dublin, Ireland. And so I came into that program with a huge scholarship that actually my mom had saved for me during my college years, and then I also did use some of my savings as well. So you guys are gonna get a good mix and feel and jive of all my different tips and tricks for you from different perspectives. So enough talking about that side. Let's go ahead and get into my first big point. Okay, your first big point you need to know. Please, please, please make sure you know the cost of your college before applying. And I know you're probably saying, Etel, I got this on lock. I know how much it's going to be for tuition. I know how much it's going to be for the car rental I know. You don't. And it's okay because you're not in college yet, so you wouldn't know about some of the costs. But I'm here to remind you of some tips you can do before applying and also agreeing to go to that school if you don't know about the financial aid cost. So the first thing you should do when it comes to applying to college and financial aid is to actually go to the school's official website and see how much the costs are. It's nice to go on different college boards, maybe blog posts of people who went there in the past and are talking about their financial aid. But when it comes to strict numbers, some must-know facts numbers, you need to go to the school's official website to see the tuition costs because they updated yearly basis so you know the appropriate and approximate cost of going. 2, if you go on college tours, which I highly recommend, take the time to maybe stop a student and ask them about their financials. Now, don't go up to them and say,
I need to know how much you make, what's your tax income, don't do that, because that's creepy, and then you might not get in, and then you'll be upset with me. Don't do it.
Just go up to a student and say, hi, I'm an incoming, hopefully freshman. I would love to attend this university, and I'm looking to see how much costs that you thought are going to be associated with the college besides tuition. Now, what they'll probably tell you are surprise costs. Now, what are these surprise costs, you may ask? Well, they vary and there's a lot, but right off the top of my head, I can give you a couple. 1, laundry. A lot of colleges say that they provide laundry services, which in fact they do, but what they don't tell you is that you have to pay for the actual laundry. So maybe the washer and the dryer are $1.10 a piece when it comes to washing and drying. Well, that's something you're gonna have to put your money aside for so you don't go sinking around the campus. Don't do that. Now, second one, let me tell you about locked out fees. These are basically the fees provided from the college and from the RAs that say you
called me, I had to get out of bed, put on clothing because I was just Netflix and chilling, come downstairs in the cold, open the door for you, and then go to your bedroom and open that door for you so you can go in.
That's basically what they're saying. And these can range anywhere from $5 to $10 per lockout. Also, a huge component that a lot of people don't think about, but it's something that you actually kind of do think about when you apply to the colleges, is the organizations you are excited to participate in. I know you guys probably have your list of organizations. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a part of this organization. They do this. It's going to be great for my career. Fantastic. But what they don't tell you on those brochures, and again, you probably wouldn't know this, is that sometimes there's due fees that are associated and or also equipment or clothing that you need to get. All in all, please make sure you have some surprise cost money put aside, just a little bit. You don't need to have a lot, but just something to hold you over in case any of these do come up. My next point, Excel spreadsheet everything.
I mean this in the most sincere way. If, one, you don't know how to use Excel spreadsheet, you should probably get on that, because from a career standpoint, most businesses and organizations do want you to know how to use Excel for their business. So make sure you do that.
But even if you don't, it's important to learn, specifically because this spreadsheet is going to help you stay up to date and stay on track when it comes to all of the financial aid, scholarships, loans, grants, fellowships that you're going to want to attend. Make sure you have this saved. Do not have
This as just one of those open PDF documents or Word documents or Excel or PowerPoint documents that we always have on our computer, and we never save it, and then we get mad when it's lost.
This is something that probably should be right there on your desktop so you have it under control. If you have a financial advisor, hopefully your parents, maybe an older brother or sister or cousin that's helping you with the whole college application process, you might want to also share this document with them so they can stay up to date on the due dates. But the most important thing I want to say is that on this Excel spreadsheet, there should be, with your scholarships, loans, financial aid, all of that, tabs, individual tabs for all the schools you're looking to apply for, and the cost without scholarships attached to them. So on that other Excel spreadsheet, you need to have separate tabs for all of the schools that you are going to apply for and the approximate cost of going to them. Alright, next point is a point that some people may not want to talk about. It's a little uncomfortable. We're going to be talking about loans. Loans 101. First of all, when it comes to loans, I need you to remember three things. FAFSA, October 1st, and June 30th. These are the two important dates you need to know that are associated with your FAFSA. If you don't know what a FAFSA is, first please go pause this video, don't stop it, just pause and go look at it in detail. But really quickly, FAFSA is a free aid application that your schools go by in order to determine your financial aid, need-based financial aid scholarships. So if you don't have the FAFSA completed, you will not receive money. The application opens every year the same time on October 1st, and it is due June 30th. Now, I will stop here and say this June 30th deadline is the federal FAFSA deadline, okay, for federal grants. However, states have their own individual deadlines, so please make sure you go to your states that you're located on, you live in, and apply for that. The second point I'm going to make about loans is that you need to understand your loans. Do not sign anything if you do not know specifically all of the details, all the requirements that are associated with your loans. Second point about loans is to make sure you understand your loans. Your loans are very important. They are contract, and if you don't pay them back appropriately, they can mess up your credit. So I would go ahead and go to a banker, talk with them about loans, preferably to the financial aid department at the schools you're looking at. They will definitely be able to help you to see what other types of loans that might be available out there for you and to help you along with that process. I would make sure when it comes to loans that you have someone there with you. I was lucky enough to have my parents to help me through the loan process a little bit and talk to me about it. But if you don't have parents involved, maybe an older brother or sister, a cousin and uncle, grandparents, a confidant, a huge friend, I don't know, but somebody that you trust because it is financials, hopefully a parent, and then someone that can guide you along with it. So that's all I have for you on loans. Okay, it's time for what is probably everyone's favorite part about loans and financial aid. It's the scholarships. What type of money can we get for free and not have or obligated to pay someone back for? So really
quickly, earlier in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I was a part of a scholarship, a huge scholarship program called the Bonner Scholars Program. It was at Spelman College, and it is at several other colleges as well, so look it up. It is a community-based financial scholarship, so we did a lot of community service, actually 10 plus hours a week. I loved every minute of it. It was something that I had already done at high school, and so I was able just to come into and continue doing it throughout my 4 years at Spelman College.
But the biggest type of advice I could give you when it comes to scholarship is to start your scholarship search the summer before going into your senior year. And I know you're like, Adele, say what? This is kind of like my last summer free. Like, I just want to have fun. I get it. I really, really do. I was there. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I wish I had done the same thing. I'm telling you, because it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. And if you're not convinced, let me give you a few points as to why. One, between the months of September to probably December, which is giving you what? September, October, November, December, 4 months. Let's break it down to 3 because you want to have your applications done by November. That gives you 3 months to do all of your applications and all of your scholarship research and all of your scholarship applications that may get along with the scholarship you were looking into. That's a lot of writing. Nobody wants to do all of that writing in a certain amount of time. You're about to go to college soon with more serious course requirements. So take this time to alleviate any stress and start your search earlier. A lot of the scholarships that everybody wants to go for, the really, really big ones that give you $3,000, $4,000 and plus, those are the ones that normally have earlier deadlines than most other ones. So we're talking about October, November, December, maybe you can get some as late as January, but you don't want to be boggled down and ruin your chances of obtaining that scholarship if you're trying to juggle too much. Your summer before your senior year is a time you should take to do your scholarship research. This way, on our fancy spreadsheet, our Excel spreadsheet we talked about earlier in the video, you can list all of these scholarship names, the due dates, the requirements, and any comments, maybe a yes or no box if you did it or if you're not doing it and why. You have all of this ready to go, so when you go into your senior year, you are prepared. Also, a huge component that a lot of people don't think of is senior year when it comes to your applications, either scholarship and or your college applications. A lot of you are going to have letters of recommendation, maybe ranging from 1 to 4. I always think it's a good enough idea to get a diverse mix and then pick it from there. But a lot of you don't think that you're not the only one that has to get these course letters of recommendation. A lot of your friends are doing the same thing. If you have a class of 500 and let's just say 400 of them are thinking of going to college, that means 400 other students are asking professors in your high school about letters of recommendation. Don't be that person that waits until the last minute and then have it say no, because then you're gonna kick yourself right up a great opportunity to receive free money. Make sure you started early and so you're well prepared going into your senior year. Now, also when it comes to scholarships, kind of like loans, I'm not going to go into detail about them because there's just way too many of them out there. But what I say is that there are several websites and books that give you a full breakdown of all of the scholarships. There is one book, I swear it has like 600 pages to it of just scholarships that you can apply for. Another huge point, don't only apply to the big scholarships. You're thinking, okay, I have a great chance, my GPA is strong, my community service is great, fantastic. But unfortunately, there are several other thousands of students out there that probably either have the same requirements that they meet as you do or higher. Don't put yourself in a box that you've only applied to the big scholarships and maybe you only receive 1, 2, a few, or none. Make sure you spread out and apply to any and all scholarships. Next point, networking. Networking is huge. Really quickly, I just want to let you guys know that several of the colleges have what they call the alum associations. Be familiar with these people who are part of the alum associations and the chapters. For instance, I know Spelman College has several alum chapters in New Jersey and in Philadelphia. If you find out that your specific school that you're interested in does not have an alum chapter in your state that you live in, look in the closing and surrounding neighborhood states, because you want to make sure you go to these events and network with these people who have been in your shoes before and either A, work there now, or know and have contacts that could potentially help you out for scholarships. Also, you have a simple elevator pitch. It does not need to be huge. Maybe I should do a video on that later. But it does not need to be huge. It's something simple. Last point I want to make is social media. Mindful that just as your little friends can see what you're doing on social media for all the likes and comments and all of that, so can administrations and scholarship holders and everybody else under the sun as well. People who work for the school, any admissions people, they look at social media because they want to see what type of person you are. Alright, and that's all I have for you today on scholarships, loans, grants, fellowships. When it comes to grants and fellowships, it acts as the same with scholarships. Make sure you have that written down in your Excel spreadsheet, a planner if you need it, and then continue on with the same process. So thank you so much for tuning in today on the first edition of College Edition, first video I should say, of College Edition, when we talked about money, honey. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Please do take this information I give you, my words of wisdom, with you, but also look at other people and what they say. You want to get a well-rounded perspective. This is just one specific viewpoint. So make sure you apply early to all your deadlines, and good luck. I will see you back here tomorrow for another video on College Edition.